We have a new circle theorem, and this circle theorem is called the bow theorem. So, bow theorem. And the reason we call it the bow theorem is because it looks a little bit like a bow. So for example, if I highlight the sections of this one, you can see we have that bow shape. So it looks a little bit like a bow tie. And when we have this particular pattern that happens, where we've got 2 points and they link together at 2 different points on the circumference, the first one being there, the second point being here. When that happens, the angles on each side are exactly the same. So therefore, these are both y, they're the same, and the angles this side are also both the same. It can also happen when we've got it linking to any other point on the circumference, so it doesn't have to just be one. So again, if I take my 2 points and I join them together, this angle would be the same as if I joined them here, or if I joined them here, or even if I joined them over here as well. All of those angles will be exactly the same. So when we're using the bow theorem, we're trying to look for that sort of bow shape again. And where we see that shape, that tells us that we can use the bow theorem, and every single kind of edge of the bow, or each vertice, should touch the circumference of the circle. So if this is 38, therefore x is 38, and therefore y is also 38 degrees. Again, looking at the next one, we can see we have that bow shape. So we know we're going to be using the bow theorem. And if this angle is 40, therefore y is also 40. If this angle is 30, therefore x is also 30. So the angles on the same sides are exactly the same as one another. So having a look at these ones, we can see in each one we have that same bow shape. And again, we have that bow shape. So in each of these questions, we have that bow shape pattern that we're looking for. Therefore, in the first one, 64 is also going to equal to x. And in the second one, x is going to equal to 41 for the same reason. In this third one, again, we have that bow shape that we can see. And therefore, v is going to be 35. And u is going to be 47. And to find the x and the w, this time I'm going to be looking for a triangle. We know that triangles add up to 180 degrees, so I can do 180 minus the 35 minus the 47 from bow theorem, and that will help me to then find w. So 180 minus 35 minus 47, and then x will be the same as they are opposite angles. The next question is very similar. So we can see that u would be 45 and that v would be 94. This time we're going to use the triangle to help us to find x, and we then know that x and w must be the same. So in each of these questions, you're using that bow theorem, but you're also going to be using our other knowledge of angles. So for example, the total of angles in a triangle, the opposite angles, the angles on a semicircle or on a straight line. So all of these different ones are in the angle basics video that you might want to revise and remind yourself of as well.